To my channel, I am going to do Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 pizza sales. I will do this assignment step by step and you can get your assignment done by watching this video. If you want me to do this assignment for you, if you want me to do this complete course for you, just contact me on WhatsApp, email or WeChat ID given in the description of this video. You can have me for your other courses as well, like accounting, management, finance, information technology or writing assignment as well. So I can do your Word assignments, I can do your PowerPoint assignments, I can do your Excel assignments, I can do your Access assignments. So just contact me on WhatsApp or email that is showing at the bottom of the screen. So in this video, I am going to do this assignment for you. You can get your assignment done by watching this video from start to end. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel if you want to get useful videos related to your courses. Let's start this assignment and solve this assignment step by step. So title of the assignment is Exp19 Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 pizza sales. This is the title. This is the 9th chapter of Excel section and I am going to do this for you. So first step of the assignment is to download the Excel sheet. So we are supposed to download this Excel sheet. Exp19 Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 pizza. So I have already downloaded this and this is the file where we are supposed to apply all the steps to get this assignment done. So we will move to next step, that is step number 2, because step number 1 is just about downloading the file. So let's move to step number 2 now. In step number 2, it is saying that display the Augusta worksheet in cell B4, insert a link to dine in total in cell F4 in the Exp19 Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 Augusta workbook. Added the formula to make the cell reference relative. So this is the Augusta workbook. So in cell B4, we are supposed to insert a link that will link the cell F4 in the Augusta workbook. So this is cell B4 and we are supposed to open the another file, that is the Augusta workbook, this one. I have already downloaded this one. So let's open this one. So I have already opened this one. So now we are supposed to insert a link in cell B4 that will reference to cell F4 in the Augusta workbook. So let's go to our original file, this one, and here we are supposed to insert a link to F4 in the Augusta workbook. So this is cell F4. So now we are supposed to make it. We will remove this $sign, so we will get this value. That is all about step number 2. We are done with step number 2, where we were supposed to insert a link of cell F4 in the Augusta workbook in the original workbook, that is the Augusta worksheet in cell B4. So I have already done this and now we will move to next step, that is step number 2. So in step number 2, it is saying that use the autofill to complete the formula cell B4 to the range B7, B5 up to B7. In the Augusta workbook, close the Augusta workbook to keep the pizza workbook open. So let's go to the sheet again and now we are supposed to copy this up to B7. So you can see the value for this one. You can see this value and we have inserted the link to this one here. Then you can see the next value, this one, and we have inserted the link for this value as well in this Exp worksheet of the pizza workbook. So now we are done with this one. So now we are supposed to close this worksheet. Let's close this one, and now we will move to next step, that is step number 4. We have completed step number 2 and step number 3. Now let's do step number 4. So in step number 4, it is saying that display the Portland worksheet in the cell B4, insert a link to the dine-in total in cell F4 in the Exp19 Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 Portland workbook. So first we will open this workbook that we got along with the assignment file. So let's open this. Now then we are supposed to insert a link in cell B4 of the pizza workbook. So first let's open this workbook. That is the Portland one. So I am opening this one. So now we are supposed to, this is the F4, and we are supposed to create this link in the pizza workbook in cell B4. So we will go to the pizza workbook, go to the Portland and cell B4. Here we are supposed to create a link to cell F4 of the Portland workbook. So we will type an equal sign. After typing the equal sign, we will go to the Portland workbook and we will click on cell F4. So this is F4, and again we will remove the dollar sign. So this is all about step number 4, and then it is saying that edit the formula to make the cell reference relative, and I already made this as the relative. Now we will move to next step, that is step number 5. So we have completed 4 steps, and now we are going to do step number 5. So in step number 5, it is saying that use the autofill to copy the formula from cell B4 to the range B5 up to B7. So now we are supposed to copy the formulas that we just created in cell B4, and we will copy this to B5, B6 and B7, and then we are supposed to close the Portland workbook and keep the pizza workbook open. So let's go to the sheet and now copy this down to the column B up to B7. So we will get the other values for this one, and you can match the result, and we are getting the same result because we just created the link to this workbook, and now we are supposed to close this workbook. Just close this one. So that is all about step number 5. So we have completed 5 steps for this assignment, and now let's move to next step, that is step number 6. So step number 6 is saying that they display the Livingston worksheet in the cell B4, insert a link to dine-in total in cell F4 in the Exp19 Excel chapter 9 mid-level 2 Livingston workbook. And then we are supposed to edit the formula to make the cell reference relative. So again, just like step number 4 and 5, we are supposed to create a link in cell B4 of the Livingston worksheet in the pizza workbook, and this will reference to cell F4 in the Livingston workbook. So we are supposed to create the link in the Livingston worksheet. This is the Livingston worksheet. In the original workbook, that is the assignment workbook, that is the pizza. So we are supposed to create a link in cell B4. That link will reference to cell F4 in the Livingston workbook. So for this we will open the Livingston workbook. So this is the Livingston workbook. I am opening this one. So I have opened the Livingston workbook. So this is F4, and we are supposed to create this link to cell B4 of the pizza workbook. So let's go to the pizza workbook. So this is the pizza workbook, and go to cell F4, and now we will type equal sign. After typing equal sign, open the Livingston workbook. So this is the Livingston workbook, and we will click on cell F4 and press enter. We will get the value, but we are supposed to make this relative. So we will remove this dollar sign and press enter. So we will get the dine-in total for the Western worksheet in the pizza workbook. So that is all about step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps for this assignment so far. So let's move to next step, that is step number 7. So step number 7 is use the autofill to copy the formula from cell B4 to the range B5 up to B7 in the Lewiston worksheet. Close the Lewiston workbook, keep the pizza workbook open. So we just created a link in cell B4 and now we are supposed to copy this formula down to the column B up to B7 so that we can get the other values. You can see that we got the other values and these values are similar to column F4 of the Lewiston workbook. You can see this value 306,000 and we got this value here as well. So 165,000, it is similar to this one. So now we are supposed to close this workbook, that is the Lewiston workbook, and then we will move to our original workbook, that is the pizza sale. So that we have completed 7 steps so far. And now we are supposed to move the next step, that is step number 8. Step number 7 is select the range A1 up to B7 in the Lewiston worksheet. Group the Lewiston and the summary worksheet. Fill formatting only across the grouped worksheet. So first we will select this range in the Lewiston worksheet and then we will group the Lewiston and the summary worksheets and then we are supposed to fill the formats only across the worksheet. So let's select this range first. This is the Lewiston worksheet and we are supposed to select this. We have selected this. Now we are supposed to group this Lewiston with the summary. So hold the control button and click on summary. So these two have been grouped. Now we are supposed to fill this format across the summary worksheet. To do this, we will go to the home tab. After going to the home tab, just click on the fill and click on across the worksheet. So we are supposed to fill only the formats. So we will select the formats from here because we are supposed to fill the formats across the worksheet. And just select the formats only. So I have select and click OK. So you can see that format has been applied to the summary worksheet as well. So this is all about step number 8. So we have completed 8 steps for this assignment. I have shown you each and every single step in this 8th section, and now we're gonna do step number 9. So it is saying that ungroup the worksheets and change the width of column B to 16 in the summary worksheet. So first we will ungroup these worksheets and then we are supposed to change the width of column B in the summary worksheet to 16. So let's go to the workbook, ungroup these worksheets and then go to the summary worksheet. Then we are supposed to change the width of column B. This is column B. Go to the format and click on the column width. So we are supposed to make the column width to 16. So type 16 and click OK. The column width has been changed to 16. That is all about step number 9. So we have completed 9 steps so far. Let's move to the next step, that is step number 10. So in step number 10, it is saying that you are ready to insert the function with 3D references in the summary worksheet. So now we are supposed to use the 3D reference functions in the summary workbook. And first one is in cell B4, insert a sum function that calculates the total dine-in sales for 3 cities. We are supposed to use a sum function in 3D reference that will calculate the dine-in total the total dine-in sales for 3 cities. So let's go to cell B4 and inside this function. So this is the summary sheet and this is the cell B4, and here we are supposed to insert a sum function, and but we will use in 3D reference that will calculate the dine-in sale for the Augusta, Portland and the Lewiston versions. To do this step, just type equal sign and then type sum. So sum function will appear there. Click on that. Now we are supposed to go to the Augusta worksheet. After going to the Augusta worksheet, just remove this one and type colon. So then we are supposed to move to the Lewiston worksheet and we are supposed to add the dine-in sale. So we will select this one B4 and then we will get the result here. So this is the result of addition of Augusta, Portland and the Lewiston dine-in sales. So we are using sum function in 3D reference for this one. So this is all about step number 10. So we have completed 10 steps so far, and now we are supposed to do step number 11. So step number 11 is saying that copy the formula in cell B4 and use the paste formula option in range B5, B7 to preserve the formatting. So we will first copy the formula in cell B4, then we are supposed to paste the formula in B5, B6 and B7. So let's go to the sheet and click on cell B4, then go to the copy on home tab. Just click on that. After clicking on that, we will select B5, B6 and B7, and then we will go to the paste special option and we will click on the formula tab. So we got the result, then click on or press escape button. So we got this value for the summary worksheet. So this is the addition of dine-in sales for the 3 worksheet that are Augusta, Portland and the Lewiston. So this is the total of the 3 worksheet for the pickup sale, that is Augusta, Portland and the Lewiston, and this one is the total of the delivery sales for the Augusta, Portland and the Lewiston. So for these 3 values we use the sum function in 3D reference, so you can see the function here as well. So this is all about step number 11. So I have completed 11 steps for this assignment, and total steps in this assignment are 20. So for the remaining steps I will give you an overview, because I have already shown you almost 70 to 80% of this assignment. I have shown you how you can do these steps. I have shown you each and every single step in these 11 instructions. I did step number 2, step number 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, 8, 9, 10 and question number 11 as well. So for the remaining questions I will give you an overview. So let me give you an overview for the remaining step. So next step is step number 12, where we are supposed to create the hyperlinks. So insert a hyperlink in cell A3 that links to cell B7 in the Augusta sheet. Include the screen tip text Augusta total sales. So we are supposed to create these hyperlink. So let me tell you that this one, then this one, then the next one, this one, and last one. So these are the 4 hyperlinks we are supposed to create, and let me show you these hyperlinks. So you can see that Augusta total sales. So this is the screen tip that is given Augusta total sales, for the second one Portland total sales, and for the third one Western total sales, and for the last one total sales for all the locations. So you can see that Lancaster total sales, Portland total sales, and then Livingston total sales, and the last one, that is the total sales for all the locations. So these are the 4 hyperlinks that I have created based on these instructions. So as I told you that I am just going to give you an overview for these steps because I have shown you 11 complete steps. So next step is step number 13, where we are supposed to select this range in the future worksheet and select and create this data validation. So that is next step. So I have already created this data validation in the So I have already created this data validation. I can't show you here because I have already hidden that one. Let me show you this one. This one. So you can see this data validation showing an input message that is enter the proposed opening date for this location. This is the input message given here. This one. Enter the proposed opening date for this location. But we can check this if we will enter a date other than the proposed date, then it will give us an error. So we can check this as well. So I have already created this data validation and you can see the data validation here. So this is step called data validation. Then in step number 14 we are supposed to enter check this box. So I can tell you this one. Copy this one and type this in cell B3. So in B3 I will type this one and it will show an error. You can see that confirm the date with the VP. That is the error message, this one. So this error message is appearing there because I have already created the data validation. So that is step number 14. 15 we are supposed to unlock the cells, then we are supposed to protect the sheet. So basically I have shown you this complete assignment, but if you want me to do this assignment for you, just contact me on WhatsApp, email or WeChat ID that I have mentioned in the description of this video. You can have me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignment as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video so that you can get notification for the upcoming solution.